Martin Milner was more than just an actor. He was a television icon. From his early days in Hollywood to starring in two of the most beloved TV series of all time, Route 66 and Adam-12, Milner captivated audiences with his charm, professionalism, and dedication to his craft. But behind the scenes, his journey was filled with challenges, triumphs, and an unwavering commitment to his family. This is the story of the man who defined an era of television and left an unforgettable mark on Hollywood. Martin Sam Milner was born on December 28, 1931, in Detroit, Michigan, into a family with a strong connection to the entertainment industry. His father, Sam Gordon Milner, was a Polish-Jewish immigrant who worked in film distribution, which exposed young Martin to the world of movies and Hollywood from an early age. His mother, Mildred, was a professional dancer who performed in the Paramount theater circuit, adding a theatrical influence to his upbringing. From a young age, Martin displayed an interest in performance. His mother, recognizing his natural talent and confidence, encouraged him to explore acting. However, his early years were not always stable. Due to his father's career, the family relocated multiple times, which meant Martin had to frequently adjust to new schools and social environments. This transient lifestyle may have contributed to his adaptability, a trait that would later serve him well in his acting career. When Martin was 9 years old, his family moved to Seattle, Washington, where he was introduced to theater for the first time. He joined a children's theater group at the Cornish Playhouse, where he developed his early acting skills. By the age of 15, he had already begun performing with the Cornish Players Theater Troupe, showing remarkable promise as a young actor. Martin's exposure to professional performers through his mother and his father's connections in the film industry further fueled his passion for acting. He eagerly absorbed knowledge about the craft, watching films and stage productions whenever he could. His parents, recognizing his enthusiasm, supported his aspirations, even as they remained cautious about the challenges of the entertainment industry. A pivotal moment came when his family moved to Hollywood due to his father's work. This move proved to be a turning point for Martin. Hollywood offered an abundance of opportunities, and with his mother's encouragement, he actively pursued his dream of becoming an actor. His father's connections helped him navigate the industry, and he was able to secure an agent at a young age. This marked the official start of his journey into professional acting. Martin Milner was born into a family that, while not Hollywood royalty, had deep ties to the entertainment industry. His father, Sam Gordon Milner, was an immigrant from Poland who worked in film distribution. His job involved handling the business side of the industry, which gave him insider knowledge of how movies reached audiences. His mother, Mildred, was a talented dancer who performed on the Paramount theater circuit. She was deeply passionate about the performing arts and had firsthand experience with the challenges and rewards of a career in entertainment. Her influence was instrumental in shaping Martin's early interest in acting. She often took him to performances and encouraged him to engage in creative expression. Despite their connection to the entertainment world, the Milner household was relatively modest. Unlike many Hollywood families, they were not wealthy, and Martin's parents worked hard to provide for him. His upbringing instilled in him a strong work ethic and a sense of discipline that would later define his career. The Milner family was supportive of Martin's ambitions, though his father remained practical about the unpredictability of the industry. Sam Milner wanted his son to have a stable future, and initially hoped Martin would pursue a traditional education. However, as Martin's talent became apparent, both parents stood by his decision to leave college and fully dedicate himself to acting. Martin also had a close relationship with his extended family. Though they were not in the limelight, they provided him with a sense of grounding amid the fast-paced world of Hollywood. He often spoke about his family with fondness, crediting them for keeping him humble despite his success. His parents' guidance and unwavering support played a crucial role in his rise to fame. They not only encouraged his passion but also helped him navigate the complex and often unforgiving world of show business. The values they instilled in him, hard work, perseverance, and humility, became defining traits of both his personal and professional life. Martin Milner's early exposure to the entertainment industry, thanks to his parents' involvement in film distribution and theater, played a pivotal role in shaping his ambitions. Encouraged by his mother's artistic background and his father's industry connections, he entered the world of acting at a young age. His official film debut came in 1947 when he was cast as John Day, the second eldest son, in Warner Brothers' adaptation of Life with Father. The film was a commercial success, giving him a promising start. However, shortly after filming, he was diagnosed with polio, which forced him to put his career on hold for nearly a year while he underwent treatment and rehabilitation. This unexpected setback tested his resilience, but he remained determined to return to acting as soon as he recovered. Once his health was restored, Martin wasted no time in resuming his career. In 1949, he landed a role in Sands of Iwo Jima, a war film starring John Wayne. The film was a major box office success, and although Martin's role was minor, it helped solidify his presence in Hollywood. Around this time, he briefly attended the University of Southern California to study theater, but his passion for acting ultimately led him to drop out in 1950 to fully dedicate himself to his craft. That same year, Martin made his television debut in The Lone Ranger and later secured a role in The Stu Irwin Show. His growing experience in both film and television made him a versatile young actor, but a major turning point in his career came when he met Jack Webb while filming Halls of Montezuma, 1950. The two developed a strong professional relationship, leading to Martin's involvement in Webb's radio series Dragnet. Although his youthful appearance initially limited the types of roles he could play, Webb gave him opportunities to portray teenage characters, referring to him as the house male juvenile delinquent of the show. In 1952, Martin put his acting career on hold once again, this time to serve in the United States Army. He was stationed at Fort Ord in California and served for 2 years in the entertainment department, directing training films. His time in the military helped him develop discipline and leadership skills, which would later benefit his professional career. Upon completing his service, he returned to Hollywood and resumed his acting career. He starred in the radio sitcom The Life of Riley and reunited with Jack Webb in the 1955 musical crime film Pete Kelly's Blues. By this time, he had become a recognizable face in the industry, and in 1957, he took on a more challenging role in Sweet Smell of Success, where he played jazz guitarist Steve Dallas. Since he did not know how to play the guitar, filmmakers had to use camera tricks to create the illusion that he was actually performing. Despite this, his performance was well received, further solidifying his reputation as a talented young actor. A defining moment in Martin's career came in 1960 when he was cast as Todd Stiles in Route 66, a groundbreaking television series that required its actors to travel across the United States for filming. The show's unique premise, following two friends on a road trip across the country, resonated with audiences, making it a hit. Martin appeared in 116 episodes over 4 years, and his portrayal of Todd Stiles became one of his most memorable roles. Following the success of Route 66, he continued to expand his career. In 1968, he landed another iconic role as Officer Pete Malloy in Adam-12, a police procedural drama produced by his longtime friend Jack Webb. Interestingly, Martin initially turned down the role because he was already committed to a stage play. However, when the play failed to gain traction, he reconsidered and accepted the role, a decision that proved to be career-defining. Adam-12 became one of the most influential police dramas of its time, providing a realistic portrayal of the daily lives of law enforcement officers. The show ran for 7 seasons and cemented Martin's place as one of television's most beloved actors. Even after Adam-12 ended, Martin remained active in the entertainment industry. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, he made guest appearances on popular TV shows such as MacGyver, Murder, She Wrote, and RoboCop, the series. In 1983, he also ventured into radio, hosting San Diego's AM 600 KOGO morning show, allowing fans to hear his voice daily. In 1990, he reunited with his Adam-12 co-star Kent McCord for the television movie Nashville Beat, which aired on the Nashville Network. His final television appearance was in the 1997 series Diagnosis Murder, marking the end of his long and successful career in Hollywood. In 1998, Martin participated in Route 66, Return to the Road With, a documentary celebrating the legacy of the iconic series that had helped define his career. This tribute allowed fans to relive the magic of Route 66 and served as a nostalgic farewell to one of television's most cherished actors. Martin Milner's marriage to Judith Judy Jones was a defining aspect of his personal life, offering him stability amid the chaotic world of Hollywood. Unlike many actors whose relationships were strained by the pressures of fame, Martin and Judy built a strong, enduring bond that lasted nearly 60 years. Their story reflects not only the strength of their love, but also the values Martin upheld throughout his life. Milner met Judy in May 1956 at a Hollywood dinner party, an environment where industry professionals frequently mingled. Given Martin's rising fame at the time, he likely attended such events regularly, but his encounter with Judy proved to be life-changing. At the time, Judy was a singer and actress, which meant they both understood the challenges of the entertainment business. This shared experience likely helped them connect on a deeper level, as they could relate to the unpredictability of show business. Their relationship developed quickly, and within less than a year, they decided to get married. The speed at which their romance progressed suggests a deep compatibility and mutual certainty about their feelings. On February 23, 1957, they exchanged vows, marking the beginning of what would become one of Hollywood's rare, long-lasting marriages. At the time of their marriage, Martin's career was gaining momentum. He had already made a name for himself in film and television, and soon after he would land one of his most iconic roles in Route 66, 1960. Unlike a traditional office job, acting required long hours on set, frequent travel, and periods of uncertainty between roles. These factors often put a strain on relationships, yet Martin and Judy managed to navigate these challenges together. A key factor in their success as a couple was Judy's unwavering support. She not only understood the demands of the industry, but also provided Martin with a stable home life. Her presence allowed him to focus on his career without neglecting his personal responsibilities. This was especially important when he starred in Route 66, a series that required extensive travel across the country for filming. Unlike most television shows filmed on studio sets, Route 66 was shot on location in various states, meaning Martin was constantly on the move. Recognizing the importance of family, Martin often brought Judy and their children along on set whenever possible. This decision helped him stay connected to his loved ones despite his demanding schedule. By prioritizing his role as a husband and father, Martin managed to maintain a sense of normalcy despite the pressures of Hollywood. Hollywood is known for its high-profile breakups, affairs, and scandals, but Martin Milner largely avoided the drama that plagued many of his peers. Unlike some actors who succumbed to the temptations of fame, he remained committed to his marriage. There were no known reports of infidelity or major conflicts between him and Judy, which is a testament to their strong bond. This stability may have been influenced by Martin's personal values, as well as the example set by his parents, who also maintained a supportive household. His grounded nature allowed him to separate his public persona from his private life, ensuring that his fame never overshadowed his responsibilities as a husband and father. Judy's role in this cannot be understated. As a former entertainer herself, she likely understood the importance of maintaining discretion and avoiding unnecessary media attention. Together, they built a home life that was centered on love, respect, and mutual support. Despite their strong relationship, the Milner family was not immune to hardship. In December 2004, their eldest daughter, Amy, passed away from acute myeloid leukemia. Losing a child is one of the most devastating experiences any parent can endure, and this tragedy deeply affected the Milner family. However, rather than allowing grief to drive them apart, Martin and Judy leaned on each other for support. Their close-knit bond and shared resilience helped them navigate this painful chapter in their lives. Though they never publicly spoke much about Amy's passing, their ability to remain together through such heartbreak speaks volumes about the strength of their marriage. As Martin's career began to slow down in the 1990s, he focused more on his family. No longer bound by the rigorous filming schedules that had defined much of his life, he spent his later years cherishing time with Judy and their children. Their nearly 6-decade-long marriage was a rarity in the entertainment industry, where relationships are often short-lived. While Martin Milner was best known for his on-screen roles, his off-screen relationships played an equally significant part in shaping his career and personal life. Throughout his decades in Hollywood, he built strong connections with key figures in the industry, particularly with Jack Webb and Kent McCord, both of whom had a lasting impact on his professional journey. One of the most influential relationships in Martin Milner's career was his friendship and professional association with Jack Webb, the creator of Dragnet and Adam-12. The two first met in 1950 during the filming of Halls of Montezuma. Webb, already an established actor and producer at the time, recognized Milner's potential and gave him opportunities to work in his productions. Their first major collaboration was on Dragnet, one of the most iconic crime dramas of the era. Although Milner's youthful appearance prevented him from playing a leading role as a police officer in the early episodes, Webb cast him as a teenage character in various episodes. Webb jokingly referred to Milner as the house-male juvenile delinquent of the series. This exposure helped Milner gain recognition as a promising young actor and opened doors for more roles in Hollywood. Webb and Milner's professional relationship continued into the 1960s. When Webb developed Adam-12, a police procedural drama, he saw Milner as the perfect fit for the role of Officer Pete Malloy. However, Milner initially declined the role due to a prior commitment to a stage play. When the play underperformed, he regretted turning down Adam-12. Fortunately, Webb still wanted him for the role, and Milner eventually accepted, leading to one of the most defining roles of his career. Beyond work, the two men shared a deep mutual respect. Webb was known for his disciplined, no-nonsense approach to television production, and Milner's professionalism made him one of Webb's most trusted collaborators. Their partnership played a crucial role in shaping the police drama genre, influencing future series that aimed for authenticity in law enforcement portrayals. Another significant relationship in Milner's life was his friendship with Kent McCord, his co-star on Adam-12. McCord played Officer Jim Reed, the rookie cop partnered with Milner's seasoned Officer Pete Malloy. Their on-screen chemistry contributed greatly to the show's success, portraying a realistic mentor-student dynamic that resonated with audiences. However, their bond extended far beyond the set. Unlike many co-stars who lose touch after a series ends, Milner and McCord maintained a close friendship for decades. Their connection was built on mutual admiration and a shared experience of working on one of television's most beloved police dramas. In 1990, nearly 2 decades after Adam-12 ended, the two reunited for the television movie Nashville Beat, which aired on the Nashville Network. The film, co-written by McCord, featured Milner playing his former partner, who joined him in solving a case in Nashville. This reunion was not just a professional endeavor, but a testament to their enduring friendship. McCord often spoke highly of Milner, describing him as a mentor both on and off the screen. In later years, McCord continued to honor Milner's legacy, often reflecting on their time working together and the deep friendship they maintained throughout their lives. While his relationships with Webb and McCord were among the most notable, Milner also worked with many other Hollywood stars throughout his career. His versatility as an actor allowed him to collaborate with numerous directors, producers, and actors across film, television, and theater. In Route 66, he shared the screen with George Maharis, who played his travel companion, Buzz Murdoch. Although Maharis left the series before its conclusion, their time working together contributed to the show's unique dynamic and success. Additionally, Milner built professional relationships with figures in the radio industry. In 1983, he transitioned into radio broadcasting, hosting the AM 600 KOGO morning show in San Diego. This venture allowed him to connect with a new audience, showcasing his talent beyond television and film. As Martin Milner entered the later years of his life, he gradually stepped away from the entertainment industry, focusing more on his family and personal interests. By the 1990s, he had significantly reduced his acting commitments, making only occasional television appearances and participating in a few projects that paid tribute to his past work. After his final television appearance in Diagnosis Murder, 1997, Milner took part in the 1998 documentary Route 66, Return to the Road With, which celebrated the legacy of the iconic series that had been a defining chapter in his career. This project allowed him to reflect on the impact of Route 66, a show that not only made him a household name, but also set a new standard for on-location television storytelling. Although he largely retired from acting, Milner remained engaged in public appearances and events honoring classic television. His name continued to be associated with Adam-12, a show that had helped redefine the police procedural genre. He remained in touch with many of his former co-stars, especially Kent McCord, his longtime friend and on-screen partner from Adam-12. Their friendship, which began during the show's production, endured long after the cameras stopped rolling. Despite stepping away from Hollywood, Milner found joy in his personal life. His marriage to Judy remained strong, and he took pleasure in spending time with his children and grandchildren. Having experienced the pressures of Hollywood from a young age, he seemed to appreciate the simplicity of life outside the limelight. His personal and professional relationship with Jack Webb had also left a lasting impact on his career. Webb, who had been instrumental in Milner's casting in Adam-12, passed away in 1982, but his influence on Milner's life remained undeniable. The two had shared a deep professional respect, and Milner's role as Officer Pete Malloy was one of the defining legacies of Webb's contributions to television. On September 6, 2015, Martin Milner passed away at the age of 83 at his home in Carlsbad, California. His death marked the end of an era for fans of classic television, particularly those who had grown up watching Route 66 and Adam-12. Following his passing, many of his former colleagues and fans paid tribute to his contributions to television. Kent McCord, who had remained close to Milner over the years, spoke fondly of their friendship, calling him one of the nicest, most genuine people he had ever known. The Los Angeles Police Department also honored Milner, recognizing his role in Adam-12 for helping shape the public's perception of police officers in a positive and realistic light. Martin Milner's influence extended beyond his performances on screen. His portrayal of dedicated, honorable characters in Route 66 and Adam-12 resonated with audiences and set a standard for television protagonists. Adam-12 in particular was credited with inspiring many real-life police officers to join law enforcement thanks to its accurate and respectful depiction of their work. His ability to maintain a successful career without succumbing to the pitfalls of Hollywood was a testament to his strong values and disciplined approach to life. Unlike many of his peers, he navigated fame with grace, maintaining a stable family life and leaving behind a legacy built on professionalism, integrity, and talent. Even years after his passing, Martin Milner's work continues to be celebrated by fans of classic television, and his contributions to the industry remain a benchmark for actors in both drama and procedural television.